Okay, I'm solving this equation. I could notice there's a common factor of sine x right away, or I think what I'm going to start with is look at this cos squared x. Okay, because I've got sine x's elsewhere, and I know I can do something clever with cos squared x using squaredy trig. So I'm going to attack that. So I've got 3 sine cubed x on the left-hand side, and that equals cos squared x, and then sine x here. So what equals cos squared x? Well, from squaredy trig, you just need to know that it's 1 minus sine squared x. That needs to become automatic. And now I can multiply this out. So it's 3 sine cubed x equals 1 sine x minus sine squared x times sine x is another sine cubed x. Okay, I'm going to get all the terms on one side, so 4 sine cubed x, adding sine cubed x to both sides, minus sine x, subtracting that from both sides, equals 0. So sine x is a common factor, so I'm going to get 4 sine squared x minus 1 equals 0. Beautifully factorized and equal to 0, so first possibility is sine x equals 0, other possibility is 4 sine squared x minus 1 equals 0. Now this one's dead easy. We don't need a calculator. We don't need first x, second x. We just need to think about the graph of sine. The interval is 0 to 2 pi, so the values of x are 0 and pi and 2 pi all have a sine of 0. So those are 3 of my solutions. This is going to give me that sine squared x equals, so add 1 divided by the 4, sine squared x is going to be a quarter, so sine x I'm going to be square rooting. Because I'm square rooting, I mustn't forget plus or minus. Both of those are totally valid. Square root of a quarter is a half. So I'm solving sine x equals a half, and that is first x, second x. So how do I get the first x? I just do arcsine of a half. And that's one that I should know, but my calculator will tell you it's 30 degrees, which is pi by 6 radians. And my second x is always pi minus my first x. That's pi minus pi by 6, which is 5 pi by 6. And the other possibility was sine x equals minus a half. So my first x is going to equal arcsine of that. Must show you method, because there are calculators that can cheat on this. Arcsine of minus a half, that should say, which is minus pi by 6. Now that's not in the interval given, but I don't care at this stage. And the second x, I just do what I normally do, which is pi take away the first x. So that's pi plus pi by 6, which is 7 pi by 6. Okay, and now I'm going to summarize all my solutions. The only 2 pi repeat I need to worry about, I think it's going to be a 2 pi repeat of that. Consider 2 pi repeats of everything else you get outside the interval. So all my values of x are the 0, pi, 2 pi, 5 pi by 6, don't know why I'm going in that order, pi by 6, minus pi by 6, when I add 2 pi to it, actually gives me plus 11 pi by 6. And I've got 7 pi by 6. So that's a bit of a jumbled order, but that doesn't matter. I've got all the right solutions. So once I've double underlined this, I'm done. So there we go. Lovely, as they say, jubbly.